right, here we are at Iroquois. I just finished conducting my move-out walkthrough, and I'll go ahead and review my punch list with you, along with an email. So you'll have an email with all this good information as well. So bear with me while I go through this list here. So the tenant did paint this wall here, but you can see there is some flashing going on, how it pops like that because it's just a different finish on the wall. So that's something, you know, that we can charge the tenant for, this wall, along with this purple wall, as you know. And then that will be it as far as tenant charges. As I understand, we'll be keeping this blue wall. There are other little areas though that will need to be patched and painted. These little holes in the wall, you know, those are considered normal wear and tear. Little nail holes like that. So those are gonna have to be patched and painted. We can't charge the tenants for that. She did have the carpets professionally cleaned. They do appear to have some, you know, age and wear to them. You know, for the most part, I was speaking with Janae, we can decide on whether you're interested in just replacing the flooring or just giving it a super deep clean. There is this stain that I located here. It's the only stain I found, these little two ones. They're not burns or anything. They look like some black marker, maybe foundation, something like that. If we do charge the tenant for any sort of replacement, it would have to be the exact type of carpet and it would have to be prorated. So anyway, that good stuff we can chat about. Let's see, just going through my list here. There is a window lock missing here. I know these windows are fairly old, but these two are present. This one is missing, so we'll want to have that replaced, repaired. We've got this screen. I'm not sure how old this screen is, but we do have a little tear here. It's a fairly minor tear. We'll want to get that, you know, this potentially rescreened unless we can just secure that little area. The cutout in the kitchen sink, I had a contractor look at. He's going to give us an idea as to what we can do. The issue is, you know, there's really no, as far as we know, a sink that will fit in this area because this lip is about 1.5 inches or so. And if it came to here, we would need about a, you know, 3-inch lip. So he was talking about fashioning up some sort of a stainless steel, maybe dish holder that comes up. I'm not 100% sure as to what his exact plan is, but just making this look professional by kind of makeshifting a stainless steel portion of this countertop. So we can also chat about that. Janae actually did meet me at the property, and we noted some of these little areas on the side of the cabinets. Some of this goo here is actually from these guys, these little door stops melting off a little bit and leaving that residue. That one's difficult to open because of that. So we can have the painter scrape that and see what he can do about maybe giving a little touch up on the side of the cabinetry or maybe taping it off somehow. This sliding screen door here, it is older. It does come off it slides, but it will come off the track after a few back and forth slides. So I would certainly anticipate that happening during showings. So something to consider is just replacing this with a fresh screen door. I tested all the windows and screens here. This window might not be a huge concern, but we can open this up, and then to close it, it won't come in all the way to where we can latch. Oh, there we go. Nice. Well, it did it. So we are good on that front. I had to give it a little bit of help from the other side, but hey, all the better. All the screens are intact. Again, we'll have this purple wall painted. Before I head outside, I'll see if there's anything else inside I noticed. This toilet seat here needs to be replaced. As you can see, it's broken there. You know, I'd be hard pressed to charge the tenant for this. I mean, it's probably an older toilet lid. These aren't very expensive, and I mean, unless she was really yanking on this, it just looks like it's a with age thing that would happen over time. This toilet paper holder, we can charge her to install a new one. I'm assuming this might have been removed because it is pretty close. You know, as you're standing up from the toilet, I can imagine bumping into it. But if you'd like that replaced, we can certainly do that. I do recommend a nice fresh coat of caulking here around the tub area, just for a fresh look, along with maybe going up this wall a little bit. There's a tiny bit of cracking going on, very minor. See if we can just get that caulked in. Let's see here. Go ahead and head out to the back. This awning here, the trellis, I had a contractor look at, and as you know, he actually recommended tearing it down. I said, can you give us another option? He just says it's going to be a lot of work scraping this in order to give it a good paint job. There's a good amount of wood rot as well. Up here you can see some rot. I don't know if you can see that in the video. But he recommended, based on all that labor, it being a good idea to remove it. Again, I asked if he can just give us an option to paint it as well. The contractor will give us a bid on just replacing these guys here. And I also asked that he, looks like we can keep this. I also asked that he give us a bid just to throw a couple of them here up into this corner. I'm still waiting on the landscaping bid. I hope to receive that soon here. There is one other thing I wanted to show you in the video. If there is anything I happen to miss here, it will be in my email. And then Janae will go ahead and chime in if she has anything too. We did notice this seam, this cracking in the ceiling that we feel might be called out. I don't know if you can see that in my video here, but it's a crack in the ceiling. It looks to me like surface level, but it goes from the door, from the wall here by the front door, all the way down pretty much to this wall. It looks surface level. We could have the inspector check it out, see what he thinks. And yeah, please let me know if you have any questions. Again, this will be accompanied by an email. Thanks a lot. Bye.